Hi, welcome to the Department of Otolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery at the Medical College of Georgia, Augusta University. I'm still Kontakis, and I'm the chairman of the department. The Medical College of Georgia is the 13th oldest medical school in the nation. This is a picture of the original medical school building that was built in downtown Augusta. It is a beautiful building following a Greek Roman architecture. But what's most interesting about it, it has a rotating surgical amphitheater like they used to have a couple hundred years ago that is still functional. The Medical College of Georgia, which is now part of Augusta University, was founded in 1828. And it belongs to the state of Georgia and governed by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia. Our president is Brooks Kiel, and we have 10 colleges and schools, 152 academic programs, and approximately 10,000 students. We have at least 61,000 living alumni and about 1,800 faculty members now in 2021. Our budget is over $1 billion, and our mascot is the Jaguar. Now, the Health Sciences campus of Augusta University is comprised of 5 schools: the Medical College of Georgia, the Dental College of Georgia, the Graduate School, the College of Nursing, and the College of Allied Health Sciences. Now, this is located in downtown Augusta, off downtown Augusta, on the Health Sciences campus. We have at least 4,400 students and about 1,150 faculty members. Our funding for fiscal year 2021 is approximately $66 million in NIH funding, and the total funding is over $180 million. We basically Division II in athletics, except men's golf and women's golf, and the golf is big in Augusta, and our teams won. The men's golf team won 2 NCAA golf national championships back-to-back, 2010 and 2011. We have the rest of the teams are Division II, and the men's basketball has had some success in Division II. Now, I have a disclaimer in that I like golf. My son played for the golf team, and he was the conference champion in 2017. And one of his roommate in 2018 became the individual NCAA champion in golf, Brock Everett. So I'm a little bit partial to golf within the athletics programs in our institution. That's my disclaimer. This is another view of the Health Sciences campus. You see the ambulatory building and the hospital. Another view of the hospital. This is the ambulatory building. Everything is close together on our campus. This is the pediatric hospital, CHOG, the Children's Hospital of Georgia, which is ranked nationally very high in quality and efficiency. It is a beautiful hospital, streamlined, and provides excellent care to our pediatric patients. This is our new cancer center that has been expanded. So we have a very successful tumor board offering multidisciplinary treatment for head and neck cancer within the Georgia Cancer Center. The VA hospital, which is basically attached to our main hospital through an overpass tunnel. And so all 3 hospitals are connected together. Our pediatric hospital, our VA, and the main hospital are all connected together. So you can walk from one building to the next without walking outside. It makes it very easy for our residents because they rotate in all three hospitals. The main hospital, the AU Medical Center has 520 beds. The VA, 156 beds. CHOG, 149 beds for a total of 825 beds. Our residency program is a 5-year, fully accredited program. We alternate between 3 and 2 residents every other year, and we're recruiting 3 residents, PG11 year this year. We also have fellows. We have 3 standard fellowships, the rhinology, laryngology, and endocrine fellowship, and then we'll offer other ad hoc fellowships. The strengths of our program is excellent clinical experience, and we offer tremendous academic opportunities to our candidates, to our residents. 80 have completed the program since 1979. They're all board certified, and many of them are leaders in otolaryngology. We offer guidance for academic leadership, and many of our graduates are now playing a very important role at different institutions around the nation, and where they have a chair at St. Louis University Department of Otolaryngology. But you can see from the list, our graduates are playing an important role in otolaryngology nationwide. Our rotations, they are listed on the slide. The first year is spent 6 months doing otolaryngology head and neck surgery at the VA, and then 6 months doing other, rotating through other services, getting ready and learning how to take care of the surgical patient. They are, during the second year, they spend 4 months doing head and neck and 6 months doing on the yellow service, which includes rhinology, otology, laryngology, and pediatric otolaryngology. Basically, we separate our main hospital into 2 different services, head and neck, and which is blue, and the yellow service during PGY2. During PGY2, also our residents spend 2 weeks each rotating through audiology, neuroradiology, allergy, learning how to do skin testing, and facial plastics and reconstructive surgery service. During the third year, they spend 8 months doing otolaryngology head and neck surgery, and then 4 months doing the research block as recommended by the ACGME and the otolaryngology RRC. During the 4th year, they spend 4 months at the VA, and this rotation is very important because they act as chief residents, and they have a rapid increase in their responsibilities and independence. They're learning to become chief residents, and then they spend 4 months on the blue service and 4 months on the yellow service. And during the 5th year, they split their time between the 2 services, and also they perform the advanced pediatric otolaryngology cases, but that depends on each chief resident. Our clinical experience, resident clinical experience is second to none. Our outpatient volume is 1,500 patients per month. We perform more than 300 cases per month, and the time they spend at the VA Medical Center is very important because they learn to become independent and run basically their own clinics and learn how to run clinics in the operating room. Then they spend time in a private facial plastic cosmetic surgery center that is owned by Dr. Archie Chen, who is a clinical faculty. He used to be a full-time faculty here before he went out and established his own practice. This is a destination cosmetic practice in the Southeast, and very busy, and provides great exposure to most facial plastic cosmetic cases. Also, residents can rotate through Fort Gordon if cosmetic cases are available, and they perform close to 2,500 cases during their training, and this is an average over the last 7 years. So our residents, through their 5 years of residency, perform many more, probably 1,000 more, maybe 800 more cases than the average program in the country. So their clinical experience is second to none. We have a robust academic conference schedule that involves Monday morning didactic conferences that are given by residents, faculty, and guest lecturers. We have a multidisciplinary tumor board that offers care to head and neck cancer patients, and the board meets every Thursday at noon, and the residents participate. We have a planning conference that is held separately by each specialty on a weekly basis, where the residents get ready for the surgical cases that will take place the following week, and that helps them prepare and gets them ready for the OR. We have grant rounds on the first Tuesday of each month, and we invite nationally and internationally recognized faculty members to share their experiences with our residents. There's a journal club every fourth Tuesday of each month that will review selected papers that contribute to resident education. We have a new temporal bone lab, state of the art, where the residents can spend time drilling the temporal bones, and also part of the lab can be used for as a rhinologist skull-based laboratory, where they can do cadaver dissections. And a laryngology conference takes place 6 times a year on a Wednesday afternoon. So our academic schedule is robust and provides ample opportunity for the residents to learn. This is a picture of the state-of-the-art temporal bone lab. Everything is high-tech, and the central monitor here can actually be connected to any of the drilling stations. So if something interesting is identified, then it is projected on the central monitor. So everybody learns. Research, our residents spend 4 months dedicated time doing research in the third year. They basically come up with an idea, run it by their advisor, mentor, and then present it to the faculty members and the rest of the residents, with the purpose of streamlining their research project so you can be successful. They're required to complete a major project by the end of that year, and the data is derived from the 4 months that they spent doing research, their research rotation. Our residents overall, they are required to have 1 publishable paper per year. Publishable because sometimes it takes a long time to get something printed. So it may take a year or 2 before something gets printed, but we want them to have a publishable project finished, paper finished every year during the residency. We have a research assistant that can help with the IRB. So we don't have to, the research assistant handles everything IRB related. We'll collaborate with the basic scientists in the health sciences campus, so we can do work in their labs. We have numerous IRB approved clinical trials, and also we have funds to support resident research. We try to create a culture of investigation, and also we focus on quality. Every resident participates in at least a quality project. So we have our department and the residency program leads the institution in quality projects. The call responsibility for the residents, we average about 5 to 7 per month. The first PGY1 residents, they can take home call or in-house call depending on the rotation. If they are on a otolaryngology rotation, that will be home call. If they are on a different service rotation, like a surgical service, then the call depends on that specific service. Once they come full-time to our residency program after PGY1, then all the call is home call. So PGY2s and 3s take primary home call, and then PGY4s and 5s, they take backup call as a chief resident. And there's an attending 100% of the time. So basically, on any day of call, we will have a PGY2 or 3, and then a PGY4 or 5 as a backup call, and then an attending. So there's ample support, and this is geared toward maximizing resident education and patient safety and quality. Resident benefits, residents have health insurance and disability insurance, malpractice insurance, and the residents are immune in the state of Georgia. Actually, Medical College of Georgia faculty members are also immune for malpractice. They have coats and laundry, meals when they're on call, 3 weeks vacation. We give them support when they present papers at regional or national meetings. So we encourage them to formulate an abstract, submit it, and present the abstract. We provide $1,000 for a regional meeting and $1,500 for a national meeting. We give them support so they can buy surgical loops. There's an in-service incentive for the person with the highest score. And also we give them money, book money every year, $250,000 per year. Now, this is probably one of the most important aspects of our residency program, resident mentoring. Once the residents come in, they're assigned to a mentor on day one during the first year. So they have someone to talk to and someone to guide them. We require 4 meetings each year between the mentor and the mentee. And also we encourage them to get together sometimes outside the institution, like going to dinner as needed, so they can establish a better relationship. And if personalities do not agree, if there's a personality conflict, after a mentor is assigned to a resident, then we make appropriate changes so everybody's happy. Now, what this does is it allows excellent communication. It smooths out all the wrinkles, especially during the first year as you come out of medical school and you become a resident, and you have someone that you can talk to in confidence. And the residents feel that the mentor is actively working in their behalf to benefit them. And what this does over 5 years, it provides a framework where residents have access to help and guidance anytime they need to, anytime they need it. Maybe this is probably one of the reasons why we don't have any citations for the last 7 consecutive years. Our residency program is comprised of happy residents. Now, we have problems like every other program, but we work them out. Problems that are identified, they're brought up, they're discussed between the mentor and the mentee, and they're resolved and to everyone's satisfaction. So overall, we have a very happy group that gets along, and we have fun taking care of our patients, and we have fun teaching each other. This is a list of our faculty members. Dr. Perupsky is the founder of the program. He's now Professor Emeritus. This is me, still Kontakis. I do rhinology and sinus surgery, and my last institution was UVA. I came down to Augusta from the University of Virginia. Greg Postma is our laryngologist, and he came from Wake Forest. Dave Terris is our head and neck endocrine surgeon, known worldwide for thyroid, parathyroid surgery, and he came from Stanford. Greer Arbogatti did his residency at the University of Pittsburgh, and then did a fellowship in head and neck surgery and microvascular reconstruction at MUSC. Ken Bird did his residency at MUSC, and then he did his head and neck and skull base fellowship at the University of Pittsburgh. Michael Groves is our general otolaryngologist, and he joined us from Baylor University. He's also involved with our graduate medical education, and he's the assistant DIO, designated institutional official. Heather Kane just joined our department. She did her residency at Wake Forest, and she did her residency at UVA, maybe medical school at Wake Forest, residency at the University of Virginia, and then she did her pediatric laryngology fellowship at Vanderbilt University. Patrick Morgan also just joined us. He did his residency at MUSC and his fellowship in head and neck surgery and microvascular reconstruction at the University of Miami. Drew Prosser, a graduate from the Medical College of Georgia, did our residency here with us, and then went to Cincinnati and completed his pediatric otolaryngology fellowship, and they joined us. Dr. Reyes is our rhinology, skull base surgeon, and also he's interested in sleep disorders and facial plastic and reconstructive surgery. Dr. Reyes has done 3 fellowships, so he's extremely well-trained. He's the Swiss knife faculty member of the department. He can do anything. Dr. Mohammed Sayedi did fellowships in Minnesota. He did the Paparella Fellowship and also with Tahito in Delaware, and joined us afterwards. And he's our otologist, neurotologist. And our clinical faculty, where our residents rotate with, are Dr. Moretz, he's an otologist, and Dr. Archie Chen is our clinical faculty member, facial plastic reconstructive surgeon. Also, I'm very happy to announce that we just recruited Sarah Hodge, our second otologist, neurotologist. Sarah Hodge did her residency at the University of North Carolina and is doing her fellowship now with her house group in LA. She will join us September 1st of 2022, next academic year. And also we just signed Chris Johnson as our second laryngologist. Dr. Johnson did his fellowship a few years back with Greg Postman, 2 years fellowship here at the Medical College of Georgia. He was with the Navy, then became a captain in the Navy and is stationed in San Diego as a faculty member. And he will, once he finishes his military responsibilities, in next academic year, he will join us. So our department is growing steadily, and I'm very proud to say that we offer support in all subspecialties in otolaryngology, head and neck surgery. We plan to, in the future, to recruit a third pediatric otolaryngologist. We're currently interviewing a facial plastics and reconstructive surgeon that will work part of the time in the at the Georgia Center, owned by Dr. Archie Chen. That practice is extremely successful, doing a ton of cosmetic cases and also Mohs reconstruction cases. And also we're recruiting for a general otolaryngologist that would be the chief, long-term chief at the VA Medical Center. So our assessed specialties include head and neck, and they're listed here. Basically, we're proud to say that we have representation in every single subspecialty within otolaryngology head and neck surgery. So we offer a complete training to our residents and all our learners. So please email me if you have any questions. This is a very quick attempt to give you an overview of our department and provide you with as much information as I can before your interviews. So during your interviews, we spend time getting to know each other. Since you already have our data and what we do. But if you have any questions ahead of your interviews or afterwards, please email me, skontakis@augusta.edu, SKOUNTAKIS@augusta.edu. You know how to get in touch with me. Thank you for visiting with us, and I wish you the best of luck with your interviews.